The Arctic tern makes the longest migration out of any animal on the planet, chasing summer wherever it goes and flying from the Arctic to the Antarctic and then back again. So let's talk about it. Chicks hatch in late spring or early summer usually, and they hatch in the Arctic because that is where Arctic terns are during the summer, and it is their breeding grounds essentially. Arctic tern chicks need to grow very quickly in order to be ready for the long migration to Antarctica. Their parents are constantly catching fish for them, feeding them, and for this reason they can grow quite quickly, and about a month after hatching they start learning how to fly. They spend the next few weeks strengthening their muscles and honing their craft until the colony, which up to this point has been extremely noisy, chaotic, birds flying everywhere, every which way, parents trying to find their chicks. This giant colony suddenly goes completely silent. And their journey across the world begins. Different colonies have different routes with different stops. But one thing is for sure, they do not fly in a straight line. This is why some journeys in a year can be up to 70 or 80,000 kilometers, when if they flew in a straight line, then it would only be around 30,000 kilometers. There have been some reports of terns flying from Greenland to Australia, and then from there to Antarctica, which is completely insane.
It's complete insanity! Ooh, 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 ooh.
I'm autistic. Researchers have concluded that colonies usually follow the same or at least similar routes every year, and they usually follow coastlines and routes where fish are in abundance since they are seabirds and they do hunt fish. However, what is interesting is that despite being seabirds and despite hunting fish, they cannot dive underwater like many other fish hunting birds can. So they have to be quite careful when catching fish, and they can only catch the fish that have strayed near the surface of the ocean. Arctic terns are masterful gliders. They can spend days essentially not moving their wings at all and just letting the ocean current drag them. This is helped by the fact that their wingspan is larger than many birds of the same body size and body weight as them. Now the obvious question is, why make this huge journey across the world? And why did they even evolve over thousands or maybe even millions of years for this very purpose? It's not like the weather in the Arctic is so different during winter and summer. But one thing that is completely different is sunlight. During summer, the Arctic experiences more hours of sunlight than any other part of the world due to the Earth's tilt on its axis. But during the winter, it is the complete opposite. And being submerged in darkness for a couple of months would be more difficult for these birds than traveling across the world, because they rely on their sight so much and the reflection of the water, the reflection of the fish, how they see everything in the ocean to catch the fish that they desire so very much. This also means Arctic terns spend more time in sunlight than any other animal in existence. These humble-looking birds live to be about 30 years old, which is astonishingly long for a bird of their size, and even more impressive when you consider their extremely demanding lifestyle. An average Arctic tern flies the distance of 3 moon trips in its lifetime. It really is fascinating to think about the fact that these average-ass-looking birds make the most impressive journey on the planet. But it's not the only one. I'm thinking about making a series focusing on the greatest migrations the natural world has to offer. And if you want that, then please like and maybe comment, hey, I would like a video like that, or a part 2, or whatever. Anyways, have a good day, and goodbye.